Good morning, guys. So now I am at the point where I am starting to really connect this flower. So remember I told y'all that when I burn this, what I like about it is when I'm burning it, it makes the fabric roll up to me almost like a flower. So y'all see how when I'm burning it, so and I'm intentionally leaving the black little from the burning of the rose, from the burning of the fabric, because it kind of, to me, is rolling up like a Gino. Gino, be quiet, babe. Like a rose. So I'm starting now to make the decision to make this permanently. So if you see when I'm burning it, the fabric kind of just rolls up. So I am starting to detach this 3D rose to this bias piece. So I didn't already start to sew these different layers down. So what I'm doing just in between, I'm adding more detail to it, and then to hide the stitching, so I'll put that in the middle, and then I'll come along with this fabric and kind of gather it together to kind of sort of make it do that. So I'm really into the 3D thing right now. That is my thing. So this is what I am doing this morning. I decided that I'll go ahead and create the flower the way I would like it. So as you're doing it, you do it to how you like it, how you want it to look. So if you see, I'm just playing around with it, how I would want it to look. And to me, it's coming together like a big flower to me. Like it's a big flower. And this is the piece that's going to hide all the other fabric that I kind of got balled up here and kind of stuck any kind of way. So you kind of hiding your imperfections. So make sure you place it to hide your imperfections. So I'm going to need some more for over here. So yeah, that's what I'm starting to do. I'm starting to do the 3D rose, and that's what we're working on today. So if you feel like it's too big, just add a little more heat to it and it'll shrink it. So as you see, I'm taking the heat to it. It's starting to shrink my flower. It shrinks it. So whichever way you feel like you need to maneuver it to make it, to have it to do what it do, then that's what you do. Then that's what you do. So that's what I'm starting to do. So I just take random pieces of fabric and I'll cut it and I'll ruffle it on a sewing machine, and then I'll put it in such a way where I add it to this 3D piece. So yeah, so I made the decision that I'm going to keep that. So yeah, just to course it back. So I made the decision that I want to keep the 3D flower. I want to keep it. So I just take random fabric and I cut it to really to get it to give you this nice curvature. Cut your pieces in an arch. Like, let me show you what I'm talking about. So to get this to make it really good for me, I need to cut this like this. And it'll help it to curve better when I ruffle it and when I burn it. And when I'm making these dresses, guys, we're in the freestyle mode. Like I said, I know what the base is going to be, but I do not been to determine the design. Like the base of the dress will be a sweetheart and a gathered skirt at the bottom, but meaning that my bias piece, I haven't been discovered. So you see how I kind of cut it, kind of like a curve like that. And then I go to burn it because it rolls better. So it give me a nice little flowery effect. And I do this where this fabric now is not going to fray. So also to do this, make sure you know what you're burning. Some fabric are real flammable. So if you want to do this, I would say test your fabric first to see if this is a flammable fabric. If it is, I wouldn't suggest you do what I'm doing. Anybody under the age of 18, don't do this at all. Don't do this at all. Go to your parents and you tell them what you want to do and let them assist you with this part of it. Because fire is dangerous. And you can be trying to make a simple project like this and it can turn into a disaster. So anybody under the age of 18, do not do this. We need to know what we're burning. You could take a piece of fabric. Some fabrics are extremely flammable. So every fabric is not designed to do this, okay? So after I do this to the fabric, what I do is to give me a better curve. I'm going to now kind of ruffle this on the sewing machine. So it's going to give me a better, like, curving around. And then we tuck and hide the imperfections that I kind of show. So see what I do? I go and take it and sew it on the sewing machine, kind of add more ruffles to it. And then over here, to this raw edge, y'all see how this is showing? But to hide that, you pin it this way so that the funny edges where it don't look right will be in the inside of the fabric. And then when you sew it down, you're gonna move this, right? And look, and you're gonna sew it where all of these ends that are not, you know, that you're not supposed to see, you're gonna take it and it'll be underneath the fabric. It'll be under the fabric. And then you take this piece. And to be honest, if I was doing this with y'all not on camera, I'll be doing this 110% better than me trying to do my DIYs. For some reason, when I'm on camera with y'all, I get really nervous. So but yeah, so then you just hide whatever you feel will be an imperfection. And it'll be underneath the fabric. Underneath. So you just keep pinning and playing with it till you be like, I like it now. Yeah. Yeah, you pin it till you're satisfied. Okay? So just kind of giving y'all behind the scenes of what I'm doing with this 3D rose. So you keep pinning and burning and sewing and doing it till you come with a 3D piece that you will like, and you will say, okay, I like this, and then you can attach it to the dress. So I just wanted to show y'all how I be creating the 3D rose, what I be doing, and I'm troubleshooting, meaning that I've never did this before. So as I'm doing an experiment, I'm taking y'all along with me, and we're learning this stuff together. So remember, if you don't know what you're burning, I would suggest take something and just go to trying to burn it, because some fabrics are extremely flammable. You set it and it'll go up like that. So I always kind of do a test to kind of know what I can do, what I shouldn't do with the fabric before I go to do that. Anybody under the age, get your parents' assistance. If you're into sewing, don't attempt to do this stuff yourself, because you can cause a serious fire not understanding what you're burning. So that's how I'm creating this 3D rose. And what I'm starting to do now is to attach it to the bias piece, where now I'm going to sew it to the bias piece and it will be permanent. So I will take it off the sewing machine, take it off of here, because I really don't like doing a lot of hand sewing, and I'll flip it back and I'll sew on the opposite side so you won't see the stitching, and then we'll flip it back over. So if you see, I pinned it inside so that you're not able to see the pins. So okay, I hope that this helped you how we made a 3D rose in a bias piece, sweetheart. Thanks for watching. Toodles. Okay guys, I will start to try this on, pin it on. It's not sewn at all here. I will pin it on, try the dress on, just to kind of give me a dry fitting to see when I start to assemble this together where I like it. So this is still with pins in it. It's not complete. Then what y'all saw in the video is me starting to sew the roses on, but I be wanting to get a dry fitting just to see if I will be happy with this 3D flower before I start to make a permanent decision. So this is a dry fitting, just will I like a 3D rose, and I decided I will, and then I'm starting to make it permanent now.